Welcome back, I'm Dr. Dustin, board certified dermatologist, and we today are going to be looking at some ingrown hairs, big old cysts in some weird places, and lots of pimple pops. Let's dive into the video. Starting out, we're in an area where there are a lot of sebaceous glands, a lot of oil glands, but I'm not quite sure. This could be under the arm, it could be more in the nether regions, but we're popping out a little impacted oil gland. But the skin is not very firm here, and it just makes me question where we're at. But they're getting it out. They got the gloves on, they're doing things right, but they are coming in with a nail tool. Like, that's a nail tool. I don't know why they're picking up the pimple with that. For sure, we're in the underarm area here. This patient may have something called acanthosis nigricans, where you get that leathery, velvety appearance to the skin. It can go along with insulin resistance or diabetes, but they do have some impacted cysts there, and they're popping them out nicely. Her glove is broken. She's wearing gloves, but the thumb is coming out of there. I get a new pair of gloves. I don't know, but they're using the Q-tips. I don't know why you wouldn't get a new pair of gloves. But you can tell these cysts have been there a long time. They're very dark. That means they've oxidized with long-term exposure to the air. And there's a few more over on the other side. So we're going to see how much of this they can get out. Would you go change your gloves if you're doing this and your thumb poked through? Just raise your hand if you'd go change your gloves. I certainly would. Not getting like blood or anything, so that's somewhat forgivable, I guess. They're using a tool, they're not directly touching the skin, but still, like, it's the right thing to do. And they're still working on the same one. I can see a whole nother one over there. Go get it. Yeah, there we go. That one's popping out pretty nice. Are they gonna get it all? Pretty well done. Back for more. Last hurrah. Got it. Nice. We're back with another underarm extraction here. They're using a tool to kind of open up that pore. They've got gloves on that aren't broken this time, and we're making pasta. Look at all of that. Colorful tool. There we go. Probably going to grow back with time. It's going to feel better for a little while though. One more push. Are they going to get it? I'm not entirely sure where we're at on the body here. Some thick, coarse, curly hair. Let's assume it's the back of the neck. Let's hope that we're on the back of the neck. But where are the gloves? Seriously, where are the gloves? Drop an emoji where you think on the body this is. Be creative. A pimple on the inside of the nose. If you had one, tell me in the comments, because this is a painful area. Same with inside the ear. They're using a comedone extractor to try to pop that out. I've had a pimple here before and it hurts like crazy. Very good one here. We're just plucking hairs. She's going after the hairs that are white here, those that aren't producing pigment. It looks like it's otherwise healthy, but they just want to get rid of the gray hairs, white hairs potentially here. We can jive to the music. And just enjoy. Now we're going for one that's dark. I don't know. There's no rhyme to reason on this for me. They all look fine. I don't know why we're plucking some and not others. Originally it was just the white ones. They got some black ones. More of an in-betweener. Didn't even see that one. Thought it was just going to be a pimple. This is a big juicy cyst on the chin. They've probably numbed the patient. It looks a little blanched and white around there. They've got their gloves on and now they're mashing on it. And there's a ton of stuff that comes out of here. And we've got like elevator music. We need TVs and elevators playing Pimple Pops. Now we got some stuff on the lens. You see how the lens got all smudgy? Clean off the lens and let's keep going. It gives it like a soap opera effect. You know, they used to say that the old school soap operas, they would put a thin layer of Vaseline on the lens to give it like that glow that the soap operas were known for. I've heard that, I don't know if it's true, from back in the day. Now they can just do all of that in post and give it the color grade that they want and everything, but this was a lot larger underneath than it really looked on the surface. They got a ton of stuff out of here. And it's still going. I hope the person's numb because this would be painful. You got to keep moving that stuff around and getting it all up to the hole so it can come out. They have quite a bit of acne otherwise, so this person needs to get on a good regimen. I'd want to see the rest of the face if there's any body acne, but somebody like this could be a candidate for Accutane, especially if they're young and at risk of scarring from these kind of cysts and pimples. Because it'd be miserable to deal with this frequently, like on an ongoing basis. We've got a pretty large blackhead on the back of the ear here. They're using a little spatula to kind of apply pressure and get this to come out. It's very dry, it's very dark, it's been there a long time, and they got it. Back getting more hairs, just plucking them out. They've shaved the area, trimmed it at least a couple days ago, and these hairs all look fine to me. I don't know why we're plucking them. I don't know why they choose one and not another. What is the criteria? Just got the soft, gentle music in the background. Good camera work though, very clear image. They got the right tools. Can't even see if they're using gloves or not because we're so zoomed in. I just don't know why we're plucking them. They're not infected, doesn't look like folliculitis. So that one doesn't have any pigment, but most of these do. I don't know what part of the body we're on here. This cyst has opened up and it's on the scalp. I feel like we're upside down here and it just shot out. No gloves. Yuck. This person has a lot of blackheads. They're using a little lancet to kind of open up the top of them and they pop out really easy here. Just a tiny nick is enough. It's all it takes to get them to loosen. Need it. But if you go in at the same angle of the follicle, of the pore, this is really not painful to do. It's more painful to squeeze than it is to use that lancet. Send them home with some salicylic acid, some retinol, good sunscreen, protect that skin. Things are going to get a lot better. I want to see those big ones up there. Go after the big ones. Oh, that's all we get this time. This is a toe, so if you don't like feet or nails, maybe skip this one, but they're doing an ingrown nail procedure here. So this person has a little onychocryptosis, as we call it, little ingrown nail. So they're using a tool to go in and kind of shave the nail down from the side, removing a good portion of it so that as it grows out, it won't become impacted. You definitely have to numb the patient for this. Usually we would do a digital block with an injection of numbing at the base of the digit of the toe on each side, and that would get the nerve that goes all the way down to the tip, and the patients are very comfortable for this procedure. But you can imagine pushing that tool in there without numbing would be torture. Next up is a large pimple on the forehead. They've got gloves on, and it looks like they probably opened it up a little bit. I'm gonna see how much stuff we get out of here. I feel like it could be opened a little more. That's all we get. And here we've got probably a pilar cyst on the scalp that's kind of opened up, and they're pushing the stuff out. This comes from a hair follicle, and if you don't get the sac out, it's definitely gonna come back. Where are the gloves? They're just pulling it out with their nails. Now we've got gloves on. So I don't know if this was like started at home and then they're like, yeah, we got to go into the office for the rest of this. Oh, that was juicy. We got a replay. I love it. A third replay. That is some juicy stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as well. Remember, when you watch the videos, give me a like, comment, or subscribe. It helps to support my work to provide free dermatology care to underserved communities. Purchase your skincare through the links down in the video description. That also helps. If you need something specifically, shoot me a message. I've got links to just about everything you need. And for many of those products, I can get them at a discount for you. So let me know what you're shopping for, see if I can help you out and benefit both of us. Guys, thank you for watching us on this video, and I'll see you next time.